So this guy, Eric Abernante, he tweeted out, MSNBC interviewed immigrants and minorities at the Bronx Trump rally. Oh, you know who else did? Do dissidents. Russell was there. I wanted to cover that, but because I'm so fucking tired, I forgot. When you talk to him, it did not go as planned for MSNBC. Did you see this, Kurt?
No, I did not.
So he says, when you talk to immigrants that are going to these Trump rallies, they agree with the message on immigration. Their point is, I did it the right way. I came here legally.
I just talked to somebody today outside my house. The woman that lives across the street, her husband came here legally. And this is a thing I knew for a while. Legal immigrants are not cool with this.
They're not cool with it.
They went through all that bullshit to be citizens.
I know my mother-in-law is 100% Mexican, and she's not cool with it. The mainstream media is apoplectic that their messaging is backfiring and only creating more Trump supporters. Oh, wait, I missed the sentiment. Well, let's just play it. Here we go.
Donald Trump taking his MAGA message to a blue stronghold, a majority-minority district right here in New York City, and demonizing immigrants as he aims to appeal to Black and Hispanic voters.
They're coming from so many places we don't have any idea. In many cases, we don't even know what the language. You know, you have languages that people don't even know about. And we're not talking about just South America countries. We're talking about countries from Africa. I think they're building an army. They had 29,000 people over the last. I think they're building. They want to get us from within. They cannot stay. We will immediately begin the largest criminal deportation operation in our country's history.
Joining us now, NBC News correspondent Dasha Burns, who was there at this event. Chief strategist for the Bush-Cheney 2004 presidential campaign, Matthew Dowd, and former Obama campaign advisor, Amisha Cross. So Dasha, you were there last night. You heard it. You talked to the people who were in that crowd. How was his message received?
Well, this might sound a little counterintuitive, but I did talk to folks in that crowd who themselves were immigrants. A lot of folks from the Dominican Republic. A lot of people that I talked to were born and raised in the Bronx. For some of them, this was their first ever Trump event. And when you talk to immigrants that are going to these Trump rallies, they agree with his message on immigration. Their point is, look,
immigrants agree with Trump's message on immigration. You see her face? She don't want to hear it.
Oh, you know what? I think, Jimmy, because it's kind of like they turned being an illegal versus a legal immigrant.
That's right.
They queered the space. So there's no such thing as the category. Yeah. So they just say immigrant.
So now they say
legal immigrants.
Or undocumented.
Yeah, so, and I remember when that stupid I've never said undocumented. I can't tell you how proud I am that I've never used that fucking term. When that came out, that was the most disingenuous shit. And I remember at the time being like, why are you calling them dreamers? Like, again, there's people here legally and there's people that came illegally.
Well, again, you don't want to demonize. So if someone brings their kid here, you don't want to demonize a kid, someone who didn't make that choice. Also, you don't want to demonize a desperate immigrant who wants a better life. What you want to do is have a controlled border, and you want to have our government stop creating conditions in places like Honduras, Haiti, Venezuela, that create people desperate enough to leave their own country and come here. That's being done by our country and our military and our economic sanctions. So we want to be very careful not to take your anger at the system out on the actual immigrants. So that's what I need to keep reminding people, because they're powerless. But here's what immigrants who came here legally are going to say. She's going to tell you.
I did it the right way. I came here legally. And especially those living in New York right now, the sentiment I heard from a lot of voters was, we have these immigrants right now that the city is taking care of in a way that I've never felt taken care of by this city. It was a large crowd and a diverse crowd. Yes, there were some people from Westchester, from New Jersey, but there were a lot of people there that were from the Bronx, Black and Latino voters that are sick of how much they're paying for gas and groceries, that are frustrated with the situation.
Well, it's like who was the black comedian on Joe Rogan? He said they're doing it right in their fucking faces. The homeless people.
Cat Williams said.
Cat Williams said, "It's like you see what you could have, see what we could have did for you. We're giving $1,000 a month credit cards to people who just walked over the border 5 seconds ago. We could have been doing this for you, and we're not."
Hey, why are they doing it for them and not you? What I mean, shouldn't you wonder about why that is?
Yes.
What they're after maybe ain't the thing that you thought they were after of you having a great life.
So the fact
maybe
that
they're after something different.
But isn't this something that this is being reported on MSNBC? To me, this is a big deal.
Yes, because someone lost at the top, and now the eagle and the dragon have two wings, and now the head is going to pick a Reagan. It's a new dawn in America, and that's going to be Trump. And we're going to get back to the 80s bullshit that a bunch of people miss, right? We're going to get back to that. That's what this promise is.
But Kurt, why do you think
what do I think? What?
So the only thing I can figure out is why the establishment is so against Trump is that he's not doing their foreign wars exactly like they wanted, and he might actually try to seal the border. Yeah. And they can't have either of those.
Well, there's a couple
things.
of factions. Why do we have Olympics, for example?
But he still will do war.
Yes, but not the
but
ones.
just not exactly like I bet.
So what does that tell you?
He thinks like a businessman.
Okay.
He's like, let's think of a solution where everyone wins. That's what he's always trying to do. That's not what they want. They don't want Russia to win.
Right.
They don't want China to win. Right. They don't want Iran to win.
Because there's an agenda.
They don't want the Palestinians to win. They don't want that.
Did you see Robert Kagan talk about it on MSNBC?
No.
Victoria Nuland's scumbag husband. That plan, the neocon plan that they drew up a long time ago?
Yeah, the
New World Order, it's called.
The prospect for the New American Century?
I didn't make up the term New World Order. That's a thing that they made up.
That's right.
And so Trump is screwing with that. And they have made a deal a long time ago.
That's right.
We're going to flip Republican, Democrat. So Jeb Bush, remember how Trump slapped Jeb Bush around?
Yes.
That's Trump. They had Trump.
So that day, so when that day he did that at that, I think it was the North Carolina primary on television, and he said the Iraq War was a mistake, and you're and your brother, and you're wrong, and that's when the establishment was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
He can't come out and mock our wars.
Well, he hauled in all the generals and told them you're losers.
Yeah,
he said that to all those guys.
They are.
Again, the last time the swamp got cleared out.
They are losers.
They're the worst.
Yeah.
The last time the swamp got cleared out, when Carter was in, he cleared out 30% of these scumbags.
Oh, right, from the intelligence community.
And he was a one-termer for that.
One-termer.
And Trump didn't even do that.
So let's listen to some more of this.
Border and that find President Biden's rhetoric when it comes to minority voters a little bit offensive. Take a listen.
Oh, listen. Let's listen.
Legal troubles. Does any of that worry you at all?
No, at all. I think he's going to be elected the president because everyone still wants him as the president. So to me, it doesn't matter.
Biden, they have disrespected the people of the city of New York. This was the best city in the world. We're not the great apple anymore. We're not the big apple. We are the rotten apple.
Biden went on the Charlemagne the God show and said, "You ain't black if you don't vote for him." Yep. I'm black because that's how I was born and what I am. And Trump is the man that can save this country. Period.
So interesting to talk to those voters, Anna, and multiple people actually mentioned that Charlemagne.
So interesting to actually talk to real people outside of a studio. Do you see they say the exact opposite of what everybody's been saying for the last 5 years?
It's weird. Like
you see that? Isn't that weird?
Yeah. All the people with successful media jobs in New York City, some of whom are my friends.
Yeah.
Don't know shit about
They don't know anything. All the people I did comedy with from LAR, all those people, they don't know fucking anything.
And they know that they better not know anything if they want to get ahead in life. They know they better not look into shit. They better keep their trap shut.
They don't know anything. So they don't know anything about COVID. Yeah. They don't know anything about Ukraine. They don't know anything about vaccines. They don't know anything about Russiagate. They don't know anything about the two-party system and the game that's being played or the intelligence community.
You know what they are?
They don't know fucking anything.
They're the ultimate QAnon. They're less informed than a QAnon.
They're less informed than a QAnon.
And remember, trust the plan? That's stupid. I don't really not fully understand QAnon, but I remember the trust the plan. This is all part of the plan.
Yes, yes.
Well, guess who's really into that idea of trusting the plan?
That Democratic voters.
This silly dingbat. Everybody on this channel, they're all like, trust the plan. I'm living good. But they must have our best interest
But
at heart.
it's amazing how they're like, boy, it was. I love that she said that. It was really interesting to talk to regular people. Yeah. So this was brilliant of Trump to go to the Bronx, because then MSNBC actually went and talked to people of color outside of their. It was like, I remember that Erin Burnett, she did a show right around, I think it was Erin Burnett. It was right around Occupy Wall Street. And she's literally sitting in a chair 50 feet from a bunch of protesters. And she looks into a camera. She goes, what do they want anyway? I don't know. Why don't you fucking ask them? It never dawns on them. And so, so kudos to this woman. She actually went there. And that's why Trump went to the Bronx, because here they are. Well, I don't know if that's why, but it was brilliant of them, because now they actually had to go cover people of color in the Bronx who showed up. Cornel West was at Harlem a couple of days earlier. Nobody, no one. A handful of white people showed up. Trump's getting blacks and Latinos.
Oh, wait, maybe weaponizing the entire justice system against him was a mistake. Oh, no, maybe you made a lot of people relate to him that previously would not have related to him.
These fucking people don't even, those people I started comedy with in Los Angeles, they don't even know that the justice system's been weaponized. They think he actually did things that other presidents haven't done.
Are they actors?
They really think that. They're comedians.
But do they act? Do they act and they appear in things?
No.
That's even more pathetic.
It is pathetic.
They didn't even make it into the actor whore levels.
No.
And they're like that.
No, they're just stupid. They're uninformed.
No, but you have to stay
They're the people who call me right-wing, Kurt. You meet them all the time.
A person I met today said, I love Jimmy Dore, and I don't care if he's Republican. I'm like, you know he's not a Republican,
You know I'm not a Republican, right?
Like, I don't...
But that's just what people say about me now, all over the place, all over Hollywood, because I won't vote for Democrats anymore. Well, if you're not a Democrat, you must be a Republican. Right. That's how simple they are.
Well, the thing I learned is trans legal immigrants are legal immigrants.
Interview. I did press back with some of those folks, mentioning some of Trump's rhetoric that's been seen as racist and bigoted. They said they don't have a problem with that. They view his actions over his words in terms of what he...
You know, what did Marcus Aurelius say? You know someone by what they do.
Well, how about
and so let's look
a tree by its fruits? That's in the Bible.
That's it. So let's look at what Trump did. Trump actually, Joe Biden did the crime bill, which is why black and brown people are locked up at much higher rates than their population. And Trump did the STEP Act. So they're not worried about his rhetoric. They're worried about what he already was president for 4 years. And what did he do?
He can do for their community. Again, the economy, those pocketbook issues over and over again, top of the list.
It's important to hear from those voters.
It's important to hear from those voters, which is why we only go out there once every 8 years.
Yeah.
They
already lost, and it's a panic. There's a big panic going on, and somebody lost at levels way above your fake voting that you do that you think helps.
You remember this, right?
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Oh, the gauntlet's thrown down.
We thought hell would involve lava and devil costumes, not to be forced to choose between a horrible old dude and an even more horrible old dude who's demented. But if hell had elections, this would definitely be the two choices.
Back in 2016, when people were flipping out about Trump getting elected, I would make fun of them. And I go, oh, how did Satan become elected president of hell? Well, you were supposed to pick the lesser of two evils. The lesser. I'm like, aren't those both evils?
And by the way, just to let you know, Trump leads in 5 key states as young and non-white voters express discontent with Biden. A new poll, including one with the Philadelphia, revealed an erosion of support for the president among young, non-white voters.
Yeah.
Non-white voters. So they are leaving the Democratic Party in droves. Are you going to call all those people Republican like you call me Republican?
Look, upset about, yes, they will. Upset, they'll call them terrorists. Upset about Gaza. So Biden is such a loser, and these people that back him are such losers. Trump is not pro-Gaza. At the protests at the campus, they're both saying fuck Biden.
They're both saying fuck Biden.
People that really feel strong about Gaza both agree that Biden sucks.
You know that I believe in diversify. If I'm putting my retirement money, I don't want to put it in a 401k with Wall Street. So I'm putting a lot of it into precious metals, gold. I'm breaking it up into 3 different places, but one of the places is gold. And I believe having a substantial percentage of my financial future secured with gold and silver. That's why I decided to partner with Colonial Metals. I do. I believe in them. I believe in the idea of securing your money in precious metals. They help me set up a safe and secure self-directed IRA where I have access to my assets no matter what the stock market, or for that matter, whatever the government's doing. So let the team of experts over at Colonial Metals Group help you protect your family's future. We've put together a special offer for our audience. Click on the link in the description below or call special 800 number, which is 888-910-1419, and you'll receive a safe and up to $10,000 in free silver. I don't know how they figure that out, but it's up to $10,000. So you definitely get a safe. So go to colonialmetals.com/Jimmy-Dore-show or call 888-910-1419 and talk to a person, and they'll tell you all about it. You can come see me on tour in Rutherford, New Jersey, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Ontario, California, Las Vegas, Davenport, Iowa, Chicago, Illinois. We're doing a live panel video show, special surprise guests on that show, and Grand Rapids, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets, and make sure you go to Jimmy Dore because they don't want to buy it from a second reseller.